got here is some webbing. And some silk, a silk tweed, which I'm going to cut that selvage off. So what I want to do is stitch the silk on through the webbing. And I'm just going to use the foot, the line of the bobbin case as a guide, and I'm going to sew through that, keeping this level. Might just put the speed up a little bit. Really check it, shouldn't I? Very tight stitches. And this is going to be a dog collar, so I'm lining it with silk. Right, I've got it up to 29. I don't know if that's a big mistake, but let's see how much faster that goes. Just pulled it a bit. So what I want to do now is put up length, stitch length, to maybe a 5. To top stitch that. Yeah, I'll top stitch it. So it's going to have top stitching on both sides. So I've upped the stitch length to a 5, and I'm going to top stitch down this side. I've actually got the speed up to 41, but it's very controllable with my foot. Just making a dog collar for our dog with this silk scrap. Beautiful stitching. So now I'm going to wrap this and fold it. Probably should have got my clips. I'm going to do this as I go. I have to start from this end. I've never done this before, so it's just an idea I had in my head. I thought, great opportunity to see what this beast can do. Seems to have curled it a little bit. I'll survive. One thing I should be conscious of is I don't press on my knee lift while I've stopped, especially with the knot without the needle down. It might get away from me. Oh, that's right. So I didn't top stitch that through there. A little bit wobbly, but I think it'll feel better on his neck. And now I need to finish making that thingy collar. So this is his current collar, which was beautiful. It was beautiful when I got it, but he's an outdoor dog, gets a fair bit of rubbing on the collar, so now it's only got the lovely fabric underneath. So that's where my thoughts are, is to have, sorry about that, is to have the webbing on the top with just a little bit of the silk, and then this nice silk against his skin. He has a few skin issues. So what I'm going to do is recycle these nice chunky things and make a new one. So what I'm going to do is I've folded that down, and I've folded the raw edge in, and now I'm going to do a box stitch with that same top stitching that I was doing. Now this is quite thick there, so I'm just going to, oh, it's very thick there. Let's see if I might put the speed down. Very nice. Going to just reverse back. I've still got this on the top stitching. Just going to reverse back. Make sure my needle's in, pivot. Now do the box. I'll just do one more stitch. Lift up, pivot. Hopefully that'll go. Pivot. One more. In. Wow, that's got some strength behind it. I'm going to crisscross. So next to that other stitch, and then crisscross again. Yep. And then up go down here. And reverse. And that's pretty strong. Wow, that's really secure. My domestics would never be able to get through that. Alright, so that's part one. You know what? I might sew it this way first so I can hold it in place. And then I'm going to sew this way. about the jingle jangle. Alright, so that's nice and secure. And then let's not forget the D-ring. Alright, so I'm going to put this, a stitch to put the D-ring on, in. D-ring on. Do a stitch on that side. As close as I can to the D-ring. And then I'm going to fold this under. Stitch it. Like to a little box stitch. I did not backstitch when I started, so I'm just going to try and keep these threads separate. Tie these off. Going to melt them. Alrighty, so now that's that bit done. Now we want to go measure it before I finish off, so I've just got to stitch this. I want to make sure it's not too big, not too small. So now I've worked it out, I've chopped this much off, and now I'm going to do the final join, I think. Dogs are going off. Oh. Very excited. So got pretty webbing, which I got from Online Bag Supplies Christmas box, and adjustable. Put on the doggy. Doggy. Oh, look at how pretty that is. It's good tightness, ability to loosen it, and oh, sexy dog. Look at that. You like it? Mm-hmm. You like it? Yeah, of course you do. Look at that beautiful silk. Keep away the bugs. Yeah, you keep away the buggies. You like your new beddie? So I use the Cowboy machine to sew through some thick webbing and to sew these three pieces together at two seams, and made this beautiful collar with this silk lining. So it feels beautiful on this puppy. Hello puppy. What do you think of your big bed? We've been wanting to try a big bed, but it still sinks quite a bit.